The Galactic Council had long classified Earth as a death world. Its high gravity, extreme temperature variations, and diverse ecosystem of predators and pathogens made it a planet where only the hardiest species could evolve. Yet, in their arrogance, the warriors of the Krevik Empire believed they could easily conquer such primitive beings. Commander Tull watched from the bridge of his warship as the invasion fleet prepared to enter Earth's atmosphere. His people had conquered 17 worlds across 3 star systems, and humans would be their 18th victory. Final report, Tull demanded, his scaled hide reflecting the blue glow of tactical displays. Officer Grem straightened, mandibles clicking with practiced precision. The humans possess no energy weapons, no plasma shields, and no faster-than-light capabilities. Their orbital defenses are minimal. Ground forces show basic projectile weapons and primitive explosives. Primitives indeed, Tull said, his lips curling into what passed for a smile among his kind. Begin the descent. The Krevik invasion force consisted of 500 elite warriors, each trained in 15 forms of combat, equipped with personal energy shields and plasma rifles. They landed outside a human military base in a region the natives called Nevada, expecting little resistance. What they didn't expect was Tom Miller, a weekend reservist who happened to be cleaning his personal collection that day. The first Krevik scouts approached the perimeter, confident in their superior technology. Their intelligence suggested human weapons fired small metal projectiles at velocities that could barely penetrate their armor, let alone their energy shields. Contact approaching, reported the scout leader to Tull. Single human male, unarmed, in primitive civilian transport. Tom had seen the ships land while driving back from the gun range. Unlike most who would flee, 20 years in the military had taught him that reconnaissance was critical. He pulled his pickup truck to the side of the road, reached under his seat, and grabbed his everyday carry pistol. Nothing special, just a standard 9mm handgun. When the first alien approached his truck, Tom rolled down his window. "Greetings, Earth being," the alien said in surprisingly good English, having quickly downloaded the language from Earth's broadcasts. "Your world now belongs to the Krevik Empire, Resistance Ace." The alien never finished. Tom's single shot caught it right between its 4 eyes. The projectile, designed to expand on impact, tore through what passed for the alien's brain. The Krevik warriors froze, their combat neural networks struggling to process what had just happened. Their scanners had detected no energy buildup, no plasma discharge, nothing that registered as a weapon in their database. Yet their comrade lay dead. Shields ineffective. One screamed into the comm. Unknown weapon technology. Tom was already moving, popping open his trunk. Inside lay what he considered basic home defense: a shotgun, a hunting rifle, and his prized AR-15. Commander Tull watched the live feed with growing horror. Impossible. Analyze that weapon immediately. The science officer's claws trembled as they manipulated the controls. It's just a chemical propellant, incredibly primitive. But the projectile, the velocity. Our shields are calibrated for energy weapons and high-temperature plasma, not solid kinetic impacts at that speed. On the ground, the Krevik formation broke as Tom fired his shotgun. The buckshot scattered, taking down 3 warriors with 1 trigger pull. Their armor, designed to dissipate energy, did nothing against the physical pellets ripping through their bodies. "Fall back," the ground commander ordered. "Recalibrate shields." But Tom wasn't alone anymore. The gunshots had alerted the military base. Jeeps filled with soldiers armed with what they considered basic infantry weapons, assault rifles, machine guns, and grenade launchers, were pouring through the gates. Aboard the command ship, Tull was receiving increasingly panicked reports. "They're everywhere. They're weapons. They're just chunks of metal moving fast, but they're tearing through our ranks. Use plasma rifles," Tull ordered. "Burn them. We're trying, but they're so spread out and they fire from concealment. We've lost 100 warriors already." The Krevik, used to standing in formation against enemies with similar technology, were unprepared for human combat tactics. Soldiers took cover, used suppressing fire, and flanked the invaders. A sergeant lobbed the hand grenade into a cluster of aliens. the simple explosive sending shrapnel in all directions. What was that device? Tull demanded as he watched another dozen of his warriors fall. Some kind of primitive area denial weapon, the science officer replied. Just chemical explosives wrapped in metal, but the fragments, they're moving too fast for our shields to register properly. Within an hour, the ground force was in full retreat. Of 500 elite warriors, fewer than 100 made it back to their ships. Tull stared at the casualty reports in disbelief. How? How? They're primitives. An injured warrior, his arm missing, looked up at his commander. Their weapons, they don't make sense. Our technology detected nothing until it was too late. No energy signatures, no plasma heat. Just death, moving faster than thought. Tull made the hardest decision of his career. All ships retreat. Full withdrawal from this system. As the Krevik fleet accelerated away from Earth, the Galactic Council received Tull's report. They immediately upgraded Earth's classification from Death World to Extreme Death World with a special notation. Native inhabitants have evolved weapons so primitive they circle back to being advanced. Approach with extreme caution or, preferably, not at all. Tom Miller went home that evening, cleaned his guns, as he always did, and stored them safely in his gun cabinet. He'd tell his grandkids about this day someday, but for now, he just hoped those aliens had learned their lesson. Don't mess with humans from death worlds. What seemed basic to them was terrifying to the rest of the galaxy, and for good reason.